Sophia, I just used ChatGPT to write an email in Vietnamese for me.
Ha, how was it?
Perfect. Better than what I could write. It's kind of scary, actually.
Right? AI can translate, write emails, even have conversations now.
So here's my question. Why should people still learn English if AI can do all this?
That's exactly what everyone's asking. And honestly, it's the wrong question.
What do you mean?
The question isn't, should I learn English? It's, what kind of English skills do I need in a world where AI exists?
Oh, so it's about evolving, not abandoning language learning.
Exactly. Today, we're talking about future-proofing your English for 2030 and beyond.
I love this topic. Let's dive in.
Let's start with what's already happening right now in 2026. AI isn't just translating anymore.
What else is it doing?
Content generation, real-time interpretation, accent modification, even emotional tone adjustment. I saw an AI that can make you sound more confident or more empathetic in emails.
That's wild. So what happens to human communication?
Here's what people fear. If AI can write better than me, speak better than me, why do I need English skills?
That's a real fear.
But it's based on a misunderstanding. Let me explain what AI actually can't do.
Because there must be limits, right?
Huge limits. AI can manipulate language beautifully, but it doesn't understand context the way humans do.
Give me an example.
Okay, imagine your boss says, "Interesting idea," in a meeting. AI hears the words, but you hear the tone, see the facial expression, understand the company politics, and know whether that means brilliant or terrible.
So AI misses all the subtext.
Completely. Now let's look at 2030 specifically. What technology is coming?
What should we expect?
Real-time holographic translation. You speak Vietnamese, they hear English. Neural interfaces that let you access AI translation through thought. Personalized AI communication assistants that adapt to your style.
That sounds like English becomes obsolete.
That's what it sounds like, but here's the reality. These tools make surface-level communication easier, but they create new demands for deeper English skills.
How so?
When everyone has access to perfect grammar through AI, what separates you? Your ability to communicate nuance, build relationships, persuade, inspire, the things AI can't fake.
So basic English becomes commoditized, but advanced human communication becomes more valuable.
Exactly. Let me show you what those indispensable skills are.
So what can humans do that AI can't?
First, emotional intelligence in communication. This is huge.
What does that mean practically?
Reading between the lines, understanding what people don't say. A colleague emails, "No problem, I'll handle it." AI sees positive language. You notice they usually add exclamation marks and emojis, but didn't this time. Something's wrong.
So emotional reading of communication.
Exactly. And here's the thing, as AI handles more routine communication, the conversations that matter will be the emotionally complex ones. Negotiations, conflict resolution, relationship building.
And those require human empathy?
Always, because the other person needs to feel understood, not just responded to correctly.
What's the second indispensable skill?
Critical thinking expressed through language. AI can solve problems you give it, but it can't identify which problems need solving.
Can you elaborate?
In a business meeting, AI can summarize what everyone said, but you identify the unstated tension, the real issue beneath the surface discussion, the solution nobody's thought of yet.
So articulating original insights.
Yes, and doing it in a way that brings people along with you, that's where the third skill comes in, storytelling and persuasion.
Why is storytelling so important?
Because humans make decisions emotionally, then justify logically. AI can give you data and facts, but it can't weave those facts into a compelling narrative that makes people feel something and want to act.
Like Steve Jobs presenting the iPhone versus an AI listing its features.
Perfect example. The features are the same, but Steve's story made people dream about what their life could be.
So in 2030, these storytelling skills become premium.
Absolutely. When AI handles the routine, humans focus on the inspiring. Now let me show you specific strategic skills for the AI era.
What new English skills emerge specifically because of AI?
The number one skill for 2030, prompt engineering. This is already crucial.
What's prompt engineering?
It's the art of communicating with AI effectively, asking questions that get useful answers, providing context that guides AI correctly, iterating prompts to refine results.
That requires strong English?
Incredibly strong English. You need to be precise, clear, and understand how language shapes AI responses. Vague prompts get useless outputs. Expert prompts unlock AI's full power.
So English becomes a programming language for AI.
In a sense, yes. The people who can speak AI through excellent English will have massive advantages.
What's the second strategic skill?
Intercultural communication in a hyper-connected world. By 2030, you're not just talking to Americans, you're on teams with people from 6 continents, all using English as a common language.
And AI can translate, so what's the challenge?
AI translates words, not culture. When your Japanese colleague says, "I'll consider it," AI translates that literally, but culturally, it might mean no. You need to understand those cultural layers.
So cultural fluency becomes as important as linguistic fluency?
More important, because AI handles the language, humans must handle the culture.
Third strategic skill?
Adaptive communication, tailoring your style for different audiences, including AI.
Wait, different communication styles for AI versus humans?
Absolutely. When you write a report that AI will analyze, you optimize for keywords and structure. When you present to humans, you optimize for engagement and emotion.
So you need to be bilingual in human and machine communication.
Exactly. By 2030, the best communicators seamlessly switch between AI-optimized and human-optimized English.
This is fascinating, but how do people actually develop these skills?
Here's the beautiful irony. You use AI to become better than AI at communication.
How does that work?
AI becomes your personal English coach. In 2026, we already have AI that gives real-time feedback on your pronunciation, grammar, even your persuasiveness.
So instead of fearing AI, use it as a learning tool.
Exactly. By 2030, imagine this. You record a presentation, AI analyzes your word choice, pace, emotional tone, persuasive techniques. It shows you exactly where you lost the audience and suggests improvements.
That's like having a professional communication coach 24/7.
But here's what AI can't do. It can't give you the practice of reading human reactions in real time. That's where VR comes in.
VR for language learning?
Already happening. You put on VR goggles, you're in a business meeting in London, a restaurant in New York, a job interview in Tokyo, all in English.
And this trains you for real situations?
Perfectly. Your brain can't tell the difference between VR and reality, so you build real confidence and real skills.
What about the human element?
This is crucial. All the AI and VR in the world can't replace actual human conversation.
Why not?
Because real humans are unpredictable. They interrupt, they misunderstand, they get emotional, they tell jokes. AI conversations are too perfect, too predictable.
So you need messy human interaction.
Always. That's why communities, language exchange partners, and conversation groups remain essential. They give you the chaos and spontaneity that builds real communication skills.
So the formula is AI for precision training, VR for scenario practice, humans for unpredictable real-world application.
Perfect summary. Now let me give you a concrete roadmap to 2030.
Where should someone start?
Start with mindset. AI is your partner, not your replacement. Every day, use AI to improve your English, not to avoid using English.
What does that look like practically?
When you write an email, write it yourself first, then use AI to suggest improvements. This way you learn, you don't just delegate.
So you're comparing your version to AI's version.
Exactly. You see the gaps in your skills and you fill them. Over time, your first draft becomes better and better.
What daily habits build these future-proof skills?
Here's your daily stack. 15 minutes of AI-assisted practice, pronunciation feedback, grammar correction, vocabulary expansion.
Using apps?
Yes, tools like Elsa for pronunciation, Grammarly for writing, ChatGPT for conversation practice.
Next.
20 minutes of content consumption in your field of interest. But here's the key, not just passive watching, active analysis.
What do you mean by active analysis?
Watch a TED Talk and ask yourself, what made this persuasive? What storytelling techniques did they use? How did they connect emotionally? You're studying communication, not just understanding content.
Then what?
10 minutes of human interaction, language exchange, conversation group, even voice messages with English-speaking friends. This is non-negotiable.
Why so important?
Because this is where you practice the nuance, emotion, and spontaneity that AI can't teach.
And as we approach 2030,
Add these layers. Learn prompt engineering, take courses on communicating with AI effectively, study intercultural communication, understand how different cultures use English, practice adaptive communication, write the same message for an AI system versus a human audience, notice the differences.
this sounds like a lot.
It's 45 minutes a day, less than one Netflix episode. But here's what makes it sustainable. You're not studying English for its own sake anymore.
What do you mean?
You're using English to explore your passions, connect with people worldwide, and prepare for a career where you're irreplaceable.
Because you've developed a human edge.
Exactly. Let me give you that final perspective.
So after all this talk about AI and technology, what's the core message?
That the future of English isn't about competing with AI, it's about being deeply, authentically human in your communication.
Explain that more.
Think about it. In 2030, AI can write any email, translate any conversation, summarize any meeting. So what do clients, employers, colleagues actually value?
The human stuff?
The human stuff. Your ability to read the room, build trust, navigate conflict, inspire teams, create vision, connect emotionally.
And all of that requires masterful English?
English becomes the medium through which you express your irreplaceable humanity. The better your English, the more effectively you connect, persuade, inspire.
So we're not learning English to sound like perfect robots.
We're learning English to be more human, not less. More empathetic, more persuasive, more authentic.
And that's what AI can never replace?
Never, because at the end of the day, humans want to connect with humans. We buy from people we like, work with people we trust, follow leaders who inspire us.
And English is the global language of those human connections?
Exactly. By 2030, English won't just be a skill, it'll be your superpower for building the relationships and trust that matter in an automated world.
So here's what we've learned. AI is transforming communication, but it's not making English obsolete.
It's making surface-level English easier, but deep, nuanced, emotionally intelligent English more valuable than ever.
The skills that matter are emotional intelligence, critical thinking, storytelling, prompt engineering, intercultural communication, and adaptive style.
And you develop these through a combination of AI tools, VR practice, and irreplaceable human interaction.
45 minutes a day, AI practice, content analysis, and human conversation.
Start seeing AI as your coach, not your competitor. Use it to become better at it than being human.
Because in 2030, the people who thrive are those who combine technological fluency with deep human connection.
Your English skills aren't going to be replaced, they're going to be what makes you irreplaceable.
So start today. Use AI to practice, engage with real humans to connect, and build the communication skills that technology can never replicate.
The future belongs to those who are not just fluent in English, but fluent in humanity.
If this episode opened your eyes to the future of English learning, hit that subscribe button. We're exploring the cutting edge of language, culture, and communication every week.
Thanks for listening to Easy English Conversation.
See you next time.
Bye, everyone.